Tell them that we're really mean.
It's so easy.
Don't look them in the eyes, whatever you do.
Yeah. Tell them we're Scott Stapp. Don't look at them in the eyes. Did you ever hear that story?
No.
Scott Stapp, like back when he was like getting Creed was getting really big, they said, hey, ha, Eagles hat first in the door. Let's go, baby. Fly, baby, fly. So what do you think, man? Jalen Hurts, the truth?
We're going back.
Yeah?
We're going back.
I'm an Eagles fan, so I mean, I'm not just happy that you got the hat on for nothing. I'm a Hurts fan, bro. Are you from PA?
No.
No, I'm from here. You're from here?
Yeah.
How do you end up an Eagles fan from here?
My dad was a Cowboys fan.
Ah, let's go! Love it, spite. Perfect. We write most of our music off spite, so let's go. No. Don't get that stuck in my head. Why would you get that stuck in my head? It's better than the other one. No, don't do that. What's up, everybody?
How are you guys? How is everyone doing?
What's up, dude? Good.
You guys are a really, really ecstatic bunch. There you go. Woo!
Like that.
So everybody, this is of course From Ashes to New.
We're actually Nickelback today.
Let's go.
And they're gonna do a couple songs.
We're
questions
driving
and
back
answers.
on blood.
So if y'all want to raise a hand and do a question or whatever, get to know them. This is just a little free for all.
Yeah, ask us anything. Doesn't have to be about music. It could be about how weird this kid on the end is. Or why he's wearing a Vikings hat and doesn't like the Vikings.
That is a good question.
Or why you're picking on him?
Because he deserves it. Have you seen him? Because we love him so much. We tease him.
Yeah, the Vikings hat's a good question.
That's my question.
Why
Why are you
wear the
wearing a
Vikings
Vikings
hat,
hat?
even though I don't like the Vikings?
Why don't you wear a real hat like this guy right here?
Eh.
Those are good questions.
What's your favorite song to play live and your least favorite song to play live?
Oh, that's a good question. Favorite. There's so many that are good to play live. I think Panic really goes off live.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's between Panic and Heartache.
Yeah. And then least favorite?
I don't.
We probably cut it out of the set, right? I'm gonna be dead honest. I don't like playing Crazy. That's mine. If you guys know that song, which we're gonna play today.
Play it here, but
I
not.
think my favorite one's Dead to Me.
Yeah, I think
good
Panic
one.
and Dead to Me.
It was really
So,
boring
that
for
was
me. I don't have a
Snacks.
lot to do in that song, for sure. It is fun though. I just run around stage like an idiot.
Least favorite? Don't know. I can't. I don't know.
If it was
Buy a
a
song.
least favorite, we probably aren't playing it.
Yeah, I think we've played some songs before where when you play it, it feels really weird, and you don't know that until you get out in front of a crowd and you're like, oh yeah, this is kind of off pace. So it sounds like really good on the record, and like you really love the song, but then once you bring it into a live setting, you realize that it doesn't really translate.
It's funny too because I asked that same question to Noah Sebastian from Bad Omens. He answered that quick. It
Really?
was like so fast.
Was that the answer that he gave?
No,
you?
he gave "Be careful what you wish for."
Oh,
He's
he
like,
knows.
Yeah, he was like right away. He didn't know his favorite, but he knew his least favorite like right off the rip. That's crazy.
Well, they should stop playing it.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Anyone else?
Anything. Anything at all? No?
You guys know a lot about us. It's crazy.
Where are you guys
I don't
from?
want to know anything about it.
Pennsylvania. I am.
Originally, I live in Dallas now.
I'm a Texan,
Enemy territory.
but I'm not a Cowboys fan.
I'm not either. I go into spots and I with my phones like go birds and stuff like that. So I'm the nuisance down there.
We got another one right here.
How many songs have you wrote?
Ooh, that's a good question. Like 100 maybe? Right?
Yeah,
I think Blackout's out now. That's probably close to 100, somewhere around
At
there.
least 6.
At least.
Yeah.
Technically true.
What bands got you into music?
Well, Eminem is my biggest inspiration for me. I mean, we all have different inspirations. Linkin Park crossed me into metal. My sister listened to like the older metal, like Metallica, and she was really into the grunge era, stuff like that. So I didn't want a part of that because I didn't want to be like my older sister. So I went to rap instead, and then new metal really kind of crossed me over.
I was
Go
also
figure.
hip hop, and then Linkin Park was the big one for me. They kind of merged everything together from what my parents and cousins and brother were listening to everything else. So
I started out with Alice in Chains, and then I worked my way backwards to like Van Halen, stuff like that for guitar playing. Then I moved forward to Avenged Sevenfold, which is one that we share.
Yeah, but Lance,
Yeah.
before you pass it on to Danny, how did you come about as a person?
Oh,
Yeah, where'd you come
how
from?
do I exist?
Yeah, how did you come about as a
I-
person?
Come from?
His roots go back.
My roots are actually inside of an old Motley Crue tour bus. It's a true story. My dad was their sound guy back in the day, so
That's awesome.
I was,
So here he is.
yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That's why we have the bus we have now.
What tour were you conceived on?
Theater of Pain. Can't remember.
Do you know?
It might have been Theater of Pain.
He wasn't there yet.
I was at that tour.
I'd have to ask.
He was a twinkle in his dad's eye. What do you got, Dan?
As far as musical roots, just Linkin Park is what initially got me playing instruments, and then Avenged Sevenfold was my biggest inspiration after that. So
We're definitely not 90s kids. Like all of that is all late 90s, early 2000s.
yeah,
Breaking Benjamin was huge for me too, though. Breaking Benjamin.
dude, that
Korn.
first Halo soundtrack. Whew.
Yeah.
Breaking Benjamin was a big influence as well.
And those dudes are from PA too, so. Yeah. Anybody else? All right.
Ooh, wait.
You got something?
I heard you. That's what I was hearing. I'm like, I recognize
Yeah.
that.
Which one for
All right.
Nice.
All right, so the album just dropped on Friday.
Yeah, who got it?
I've already got it on Apple Music.
Hell yeah.
Appreciate you.
So it went, which we can say on the air. I don't know, is it going on the air? Is this, no? Okay, but I mean, like, so it went number 10 across the world. And we ended up on like all these gigantic playlists and all these like charts that haven't had rock or metal bands on it in years. So it's crazy. Thanks for supporting us. Appreciate that, man.
Ooh, yeah.
But no, it's crazy because like we've, you know, I want to say that we've kind of been the industry underdogs for a very long time, and you know, people, our direct fan base has always been like Wives from Ashes to New, not at this level, and now it's finally getting there. So appreciate the love and support.
We still have more time left in this week, so if anybody else wants to.
Yeah. First
purchase
week
the-
numbers are everything, baby. Let's go. Get into that Billboard Top 50 and show everybody that metal and rock is not dead, or are not dead.
They already proved it in Australia, Switzerland, Germany.
It was number 1 in Switzerland, Germany, Australia, Japan, Belgium, I think France, yeah, Austria.
What did it? top
Number
out?
3 in the U.S. though.
3.
Yeah, Post Malone and Travis Scott, kind of.
Some serious competition, though, dude.
Yeah. I don't get it, but you know,
So, yeah, I
Post
like-
Malone thing, Travis Scott. I'm not gonna throw shade.
Are you ready to do a song?
Let's do
As ready as you are.
Let's do that first song.
Let's not do that one.
You wanna do it?
All right, you got a key.
Okay. Yep.
I wish I hated you, and after all this shit, you should hate me too. I wish that I could see you're not the one for me. I lost the old, you lost the old me, found the misery. I
day sucks when we try to make up. I wanna take drugs so I never wake up. I wanna get away, I'll never get away. I'll take it to your face, I'll take it straight up there.
I wish I had you, and after all this shit, you should hate me too. We scream till we choke, our hearts in a throat, we just can't let go. I wish I had you, you should hate me too. You should hate me too. You should hate me too.
Wanna get high, yeah, wanna stay numb. The love never works like the cocaine does. I wanna get away, I'll never get away. I'll tell you to your face, I'll tell you straight up.
I wish I had you, and after all this shit, you should hate me too. I wish I had you, and after all this shit, you should hate me too. We scream till we choke, our hearts in the throat, we just can't let go. I wish I had you, you should hate me too. You should hate me too. You should hate me too. You should hate me too.
But we love,
Huh?
but we love you, Danny. Yeah, we do.
So, tell us a bit about you guys off the road. What do you like to
I'm a hermit.
what?
I'm a hermit.
I'm a hermit.
Yeah, 100%. We spend so much time like on the road playing in front of tons of people, and all the time we're just always in the public eye. So when I'm at home, it's just decompress, go down to my basement, watch the Eagles when they're on. It's like the man cave is like half football, half music. So I'm a diehard Philadelphia Eagles fan and music fan. So for me, it's like either create music, watch football, or spend time with my family. My son's 15 now. It's like crazy. He's just like getting in and now my wife's pregnant. So it's a really weird situation that we've got going on. So
Boo, your future kid.
boo. That kid sucks.
Just kind of relax, same sort of thing. I mean, most of the time I'm not really off tour. I try to stay as busy as possible with that. So for me, I'm always hopping onto something or doing something else. But at home, just kind of being with friends, just decompressing a little bit.
Drinking.
No, not really, not too much.
I guess I'm the village nerd, weeb, anime gamer kid.
Sweet.
But I wake up in the morning and I have my coffee and I lay down with my cat flat on my back for like 30 minutes, just right next to him. We stare at the ceiling together. And then, then I just play games, work out, and that's it.
Turns out Lance needs therapy.
Yes,
We should start your own cat therapy.
There you go.
should.
Practice.
Little cafe.
Cat.
Yeah.
I like to play disc golf. I like to work out. Just bought a house. Getting married next month.
Sweet.
So
Very,
very busy. Boo, your wedding sucks.
Boo. Boo, your future wife.
At least it's before football season.
So like trying to close on a house on the road, unbelievable nightmare.
Right.
But got it done. But yeah, I like to work out. I like to do physical activities. So playing disc golf is one of those things. Playing basketball, I'm a huge fan of basketball. So I like to do anything to exert myself because apparently being out on the road and jumping around on stage isn't enough.
Takes a bit to do it though, so you gotta stay conditioned. Funny story is that this isn't the original lineup of From Ashes to New. Lance is in it basically from the beginning, but we call it the lineup that it's always supposed to have been. Like 2017 is when we formed this lineup of From Ashes to New. But what I'm getting at is our old drummer during our CD release year decided he was going to get married in September, and we all laughed and
Oh,
said, you know
March.
this. Was it March?
March.
Regardless, touring season.
Yeah, it's prime.
Yeah.
Season. But
So our singer decided at the same time, this time around, that he was going to get married during peak touring season.
You know what's funny is last year in the September time, we had nothing going
Yeah.
on. I was like, and I was like, I just know next year is going to be a shit show.
Yeah.
Sure enough, like
A good one,
we had tour offers
Yeah.
where we were like, oh, well, we kind of can't do that one, so we have to turn it down. Damn it! I couldn't have just been last year.
could have.
What about a dream tour, like you were just saying?
Avenged.
Avenged?
Yeah.
With them opening.
Right, yeah.
To be dead honest, I would just like to see Eminem live. I don't even need to be on it. Like if that dude could just tour once so I could go watch it, that'd be sick. I'd like to tour with NF though. I don't know if you guys know who NF is, but that would be sick. I Prevail would be dope.
Yeah.
But that's not a dream, that's something that I think we'll make happen eventually.
Sure.
Yeah. Dream's hard. For me, it was always Linkin Park. So it's kind of hard to do now.
Somebody else though, there's other people on your list.
Yeah. But I don't know. We've
If
kind of,
MGK came calling, you probably wouldn't say
Absolutely.
no. Yeah.
absolutely. But I think that we are starting to tap into a lot of those tours that would have been a dream.
Yeah.
You know, Shinedown was a big one. And I Prevail will probably end up happening.
Yeah.
A Day to Remember will happen. Things like that. So it's, you know, it's hard to choose like an actual dream. So I'd say Linkin Park was always, since a kid, a dream tour.
Right, like everything that, if you would ask us that question like a year or two ago, we probably would have had like a really long list of bands that we would like, this would be super awesome. But if anyone follows us on social media and like sees our stories on Instagram and stuff like that, it's like everything that's been happening recently is like, is this a dream? Like life is crazy right now. So, you know, all those dreams are starting to come true, and it's just like, it's a testament to the four of us and how hard you work. And when people say that you're not going to be able to do something, you just keep pushing forward. You know, the only person, the thing that I believe, and I think that everyone here believes, is the only person that can stop you from doing what you want to do in life is you. So as long as you just block out all that noise, you'll eventually get to where you want to go. And that's exactly what we're doing now. So ask somebody else, and then maybe they'll dream to tour with us.
Yep.
There you go.
Okay.
Anybody else? Questions? No?
So did we talk about the writing process, the putting a song together process with you guys?
Yeah, we just type it into AI and it's.
Who has the idea first? Or is the music first and then the lyrics, or the lyrics first, then the music?
I think it's usually the music first, right? Like we usually do it that way, but I mean, we all
Not
kind
necessarily.
of. Danny will come up with a melody or something
It says
sometimes.
sometimes like "Hope You're Happy." That was a lyric before it was anything else.
Right.
Sometimes it's a theme.
And then you hated
A theme.
you hated the switch that we put onto it, and now the fans love that song.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it really is you know, like sometimes we overthink it, sometimes we don't. It's music. It really is. There's no set way.
Sometimes we make it in a month. Sometimes it's
Yeah.
in a single day.
Because you guys have that dynamic of the singing and the rapping a little bit. So do you guys get together and go, okay, I've got this idea, I've got that idea, or do you listen to him first and then go, okay, I know what I can do with that?
I think it's just about what feels right in the song. Like, you know, if we create something musically, does it feel like it's more rap? Does it feel like it's more rock? Like, what does it feel like? So, like, for example, there are some songs that I don't rap in at all because they just don't call for it. So when you're listening back to the song, or you have the chorus together already, and you're like, okay, how do we, so like 9 times out of 10 we create the chorus, and then we build off of that chorus, because that's the subject of the song. So how do we describe that? So basically the subject and then the verses and the bridge describe the subject, right? So if it calls for rap, it's in there. If it calls for rock, it's in there. So like this new record, like we have stuff that doesn't have any, you know, Danny in it.
Yeah,
Because it
Monster
just didn't
Me
call
is
for
just-
it, you know?
Just a screen part.
Right.
That's it.
Right. So I mean, there's no one set way that we do it. But we did try to do something recently with our writing, because we've noticed in past practice when we just, like, when our back's against the wall and we have to put out like 1 or 2 more songs, or we have to create 1 or 2 more songs, and we don't have time, they always end up being our best songs. Like, for example, Panic was created in 1 day. Well, probably a little bit more than 1 day, but Danny had an idea that he did when we
Went
were
through
on
a
break
few
from writing.
versions, but that was just like the musical bed, and then I was like, I have this melody idea.
Right,
And
so
that was
like the final melody, the lyrics, the structure and everything of the song was all in 1 day. One of our biggest songs of all time, Through It All, was the same way. Crazy was the same way. So what we did on this process is like when we felt like we've got our initial batch of songs done and we needed more songs, instead of overthinking, which a lot of artists will do, and sit back and tear everything to pieces. Like I for example, our one song Legacy, Danny had just gone home. We needed more music, and I looked at Lance and I was like, "Do a riff." And he's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Just play something. I don't care what it is. Just play it." And then he played it, and he's like, "I don't know." And I'm like, "Yeah, keep it, Maddie. Get on the drum kit, drum to it." You know, so it's just like, you know, create it like that, and it ended up being a really good song. So I think that, you know, moving forward, we're gonna try and think about it a lot less and just feel it out.
And then in the songwriting process, is it personal experience? Is it observational?
Both.
Yeah, it all depends.
We definitely had a lot to write about in 2021, which is when we recorded the record.
Yeah. There was something that happened like in between like 2019 to 2021.
Yeah. Every day was the end of the world.
A lot of
So-
ammunition.
So half the record is about like it feeling like the apocalypse every day. We're
Yeah.
Like, after having written Panic before COVID happened, and then that happening, we're like, wow, yeah, everything is in like kind of a panic. We're like, well, we hope that this next one doesn't become prophetic. Like we don't
Yeah.
need the grid going down.
Yeah, because Panic was written before the madness, you know, before whatever you want to call 2020. You know, it was written before that. Lance had the mask idea with glasses, like it was supposed to be. We had them all like created before the pandemic happened. So the idea is that you were going to come to our show, you were going to get a mask, you were going to get a pair of glasses, and you were going to become part of the show
Before restrictions.
before any of that ever even happened. And then it was like it happened. It was like, oh, well, we got all these masks we're sitting on. I guess we should sell them. You know, so it was the craziest thing. So when we wrote the songs like Armageddon, because this album was actually supposed to be called Armageddon from the get-go, when we wrote songs like that, we're like, God, I hope this is not the same thing as
Are you
Panic,
sure we should
because
do this?
things are going really good right now. We don't need to destroy the earth. So we're from Ashes to New. Nice to meet everybody.
We're gonna do one more ditty for you.
Did he?
Yeah, ditty do
Can
that.
you play a Volbeat song instead?
Oh.
Thanks.
There you go.
We haven't played this one in a minute.
Yeah, hopefully it's easy.
Yeah.
Wait. Yeah. No, wait.
It'll
Yeah.
come to you.
Do we remember
We
this
haven't
song?
played this one in a while.
It's been.
Let's just try it.
I'm gonna. I don't remember what my part is, but I'll probably figure it out. We don't practice, by the way. It's not a thing that we do anymore. We don't have time for it.
Professionals.
Yeah.
Am I going crazy? Yeah, I think you may be. I can't, you take, you always push me away. I love
I'm actually incredibly impressed that we did that. We haven't played that in weeks.
You know, I feel like it's harder to do these because, like, sometimes when we're playing live, I'll, away from the mic, check my range. I can't do that. You're gonna be like, ah! Like, all right, I'm good.
Like, wow, that guy's got issues.
Is there anything we can put you on the spot? You playing something and then you just go, oh, I didn't know that song. do y'all do that on the bus? Do y'all just play around on the bus sometimes?
No, we don't really like music.
Yeah.
We're so locked.
It's more
into
like Madden.
what our
or-
set list is.
Yeah.
That's our focus. Whether
Okay.
it's production, whether it's the set
Do we ever
itself.
play other songs just randomly?
I mean, sometimes we'll jam in the back of the bus, just some goofy
I think he's
stuff.
talking about like a cover song.
Do you do that on stage every once in a
Sure.
while?
No,
Yeah.
our stuff is so set to like this is our songs that we choose for the set that we just stick to that. Like there's no little medleys that we're doing in
Is there?
between or anything. Huh?
Is there anything that you could just play?
There's also like production that we have on our set that has to be programmed
It's
to the
time
song. So to
coded.
try to do it on the fly, it's like, well, there's not going to be a light show with it.
You want to break stuff
We have like
acoustic?
guidance.
Just one of
Used to our
those
set,
things.
and a lot of things are because we have video screens. They're all time
Or
coded.
mosh pit.
and stuff like that. So
Just a little
it
mosh
makes it
pit in
hard
the
to-
conference room.
Wow. Anybody know that one?
It's just one of those days.
We have done covers before. That was one of them.
That would be wild acoustic.
Yeah.
Open this shit up. It's like that. What's the Kingsmen? It's like the church scene from the Kingsmen. All of a sudden in here.
Does anyone
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Anyone have any other questions for us?
No? Oh,
If we were able to look at your phones and see your playlist, what would you be embarrassed if we saw?
Nothing.
Yeah, I'm embarrassed of nothing.
Yeah.
I listen to
Lisa
some dumb shit.
McIntyre or,
Well,
She's massive, right?
yeah.
I don't know any of her songs.
I embrace everything that I listen to. I like it.
Yeah.
There is no bad music, it's just do you like it or it's not.
I like from all spectrums.
Yeah, we listen to
Country,
everything.
Pop.
I would say the only thing that I listen to that might not be everyone's cup of tea is Bruno Mars, but he's a phenomenal musician. If you don't know him outside of his music, like he plays like 8 different instruments, never misses a note when he sings. He's an absolute phenom. He's written songs for like CeeLo Green and all these other people before he became Bruno Mars, and like
It's
he
kind of
was
like
just
Brian Tedder.
wildly talented.
so your next Detroit show, would you do like what Ed Sheeran just did and have Eminem come out?
No, we would never have Eminem. No, I don't think.
Like, hey,
That was killer.
He's got to get on our level
Marshall.
first. You know what I mean? Like
If
like,
Eminem
hi
was-
Marshall,
us-
do you mind coming out to our
Marshall. Just call. Excuse me, Mr.
Hey,
Mathis.
Mr. Mathis.
what's up, Marsh?
But I mean, I listen to country. You know, that's what I mainly listen to when I'm at home. It's just that, or I mean, like he says, everything. He listens to K-pop mainly. So
I also
I
like
mean,
spa
I think that you can
music.
derive inspiration, like as a musician, you derive inspiration from other genres of music. If you're just listening to your genre over and over and over again, it ends up being more the same, and then you kind of aren't, you know, like. You know, we're a mixture. Our style is a mixture of everything. So, in order for us to do that, you got to listen to everything.
Yeah, we're kind of like a parfait, bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. Love that lyric. What's up?
So non-music related question. So you guys are on the road, right? What's your go-to food when you're in your bus or when you're on the road?
We all know his. Monster. and
His is at
Chipotle.
home Chipotle though too. That doesn't.
Eat, breathe, sleep, Chipotle.
Yours is
We're
waffle
pretty
crisp.
similar. We have to have waffle crisp on our rider for breakfast, me and him. And then like if we order out food, it's usually always like Panda Express and Jamba Juice.
Is that the
Or-
craziest thing on a rider? The waffle?
No.
No, the craziest thing we have on our rider is a fresh baked apple pie.
When we were on tour with Five Finger and Breaking Benjamin, we put that on our
We're
rider,
like, let's just see
and
what
we
happens.
didn't realize that we couldn't change our rider after it was submitted. So every single day we had an apple pie.
There's still a half an apple pie from yesterday.
Yeah.
At one point
We had golden
nine.
Oreos and apple pies and bowls. Like we had paper bowls on our rider, so we had like a stack from the floor of paper bowls like that.
We had 9 apple pies at one point. We're like, what are we doing? It was a joke. But they
And
played a joke
Ivan,
on us.
Ivan was like, "Yo, what are you guys eating, man?" And we're like, "Oh, we got apple pie, man." So he gave us some of his rider to try and make up for all the apple pie we had.
For me, it's not really on the bus, but I really try to find like good sushi or ramen spots. So
We realized the other day that our rider had way too much alcohol on it, and we were like, come on, we need food. Like this
And
is
half
just-
of us don't even really drink.
No, it's our crew. Our crew's just out there getting drunk, and we're like, we're starving. We need to eat.
And then we go, why is our stuff broken and missing?
It's 12:30. You just got up and you're drunk.